Hello and welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and today I'll be coming at you with some Dominions 5 Warriors of the Faith multiplayer online gameplay. Today I'll be playing Hinnom, and I gotta go do something pretty quick, so we're gonna keep this fairly quick. Once again, we will begin with the war with Helheim. As you can see, we are, despite our setback here, beginning nevertheless to take over his territory. This turn we took this province, sieged this fort, and then actually lost a battle here. But we'll start with this fight, just a standard fight against PD. Not that much of it either. Let's see what he got off. Hellherdings come in. Once again, he gets to temper flesh before he and seems to be fine. So and he gets summon earth power off. And Legions of Steel, okay. The issue is that at some point here he got cursed. So we're gonna have to be careful with that. Fortunately we have affliction healers that should be able to mitigate the negative effects of that. We're going to send it into this force here. There could be Hellherdings in it, but it seems well. Okay, so then we took the fortress. Same thing as usual, just a demon priest, some archers. Devils come in, do a lot of damage. Devils are pretty good. Let's speed this up, and everyone dies. The palisades are ours. Except there's a ton of unrest here. Also, I didn't put PD in there. We're really bringing our gold down this turn. And then this, here we had a fight, thinking we were going into an empty province again, but instead we ran into the sacred stack. So I thought, oh no, not good. But it looks like our new script is doing the trick. Temper Flesh gets casted, bringing him up to 29 protection. And here we go. He gets surrounded. He's taking damage. If he had Legions of Steel, I think he'd be taking no damage. But he has regen. Starts killing him. If he had a Firebrand or some kind of like AoE weapon, maybe a Shadow Brand, because everyone seems to have gotten fire resistance. Fire resistance 10, like, yeah. Maybe we'll do Shadow Brands instead. He's definitely taking damage, but not more than he can't regen. Regen's up. Taking out Hellherdings, sending them to hell where they belong. It's also encouraging to see that Vine Shield seems to work on sacred units with decent magic resistance, so I'm not really sure how Vine Shield works. I would have thought it was magic resistance, but maybe not. Yeah, so he takes a bit of damage. We'll speed it up. If he had a little more AoE damage, I think this would go way more smoothly. Not getting any wounds either. I don't know why he cast flying shards out here. Looks like we got a route of some of them. Also, they're freezing each other or something. Not sure what happened here. But at this point, my melqart routes. So, he is surrounded but fights his way out, which is actually kind of good, because we kill more of his stuff. But not before we rout a lot of their troops and kill a decent amount of Hellherdings. Speed it up. Just has to basically fight his way out. Kills cave drakes, big sponges of HP. Look how much damage that thing's taking. 41. How much HP do these things have? Alright, yeah, so that's that. Let's look at the log of that. We have... So our forces were beaten, but we successfully retreated. We killed 10 of the 36 Hellherdings. And just sort of a smattering of... He lost 36 out of 146. Not great, not terrible. But, yeah, so we got the red mines here. We got ambushed by Hellherdings but survived and took a province. Now the question is, do we keep moving forward with all this to the capital? Or do we take this right here? I think we should get on top of the capital. But the thing is, it'd be nice to meet up with these, just in case we run into that Hellherding thing. Then I think we'll definitely be good with dealing with them if we reconvene here. So it's setting us... The main thing I don't want is for Ulm to get on top of the capital and get the capital. So maybe what we'll do is we'll have you come here and lock down the capital. And then we'll reconvene here, take this fort. I think we'll crack this fort in one turn. We've also got some heavy skeletons coming from up here, so I think we'll definitely crack this in one turn. Take it the next turn, start moving the siege force down, and then we'll have combined our forces. Then we should crack this in one turn, and then our demon Rephaim army will be consolidated, and we can throw it in a province that we don't care about. Probably this one, because it has 0 population. But yeah, we could also at that point start blood hunting Helheim, and Helheim will have some good sites. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully there isn't some insane amount chance of PD here, but I think our melqart could kill PD. I'm just worried about Hellherdings. And then I'm also worried about what these armies are going to do. So, next. So that's pretty much the situation with the war. Yeah. Next. We lost like 400 gold from a random event. So one random event was province income, another one was 372 gold. Pretty painful. That's why we're down to basically zero this turn. But I'm glad I saved up the last few turns. And then we got some gems. So we are a little tight on gold. However, our blood economy did okay. We got 42 slaves. In Ardun and Hallwoods, we netted 37, and then only 5 in New Spring, but that was only with 2 blood hunters. Still quite low. We got, I guess that means one of them failed and one of them got 5, I would guess. But one of them was rebuilding a lab. So we're going to give New Spring one more chance. They are now below 5,000, and I've heard you get diminishing returns at that point. So we are ready to move probably either here or here with these troops, but we're going to need another lab. So that's the reason we want to get as much out of this as we can, just so we don't have to spend 500 gold on a lab. We could move them to places that already have a lab, like here, or maybe, oh no, this one doesn't have one. We could move it here to our throne, where all our researchers are. Just to, like, this is already pretty well defended, and we could have these archers help patrol, but I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. If we get another terrible return from this, then we'll move. We got another vampire. He has a ridiculous name. Where is he? Child Feaster. Some of the names in this game are brutal. Child Feaster. Good lord. We don't have enough blood slaves to recruit another vampire, so I'm taking the time this turn to move them to Ermor. They should get there in 1-2 turns, which should be enough time for us to get another 77 slaves. The question is, okay, so we have a few questions with our blood economy. First, where do we got new Cohens. We got 1 Cohen here, 1 Cohen here. We don't have enough money this turn to get a 3rd one, so I'm going to wait and have them just research for now. And we also don't have all the sanguine dowsing rods for them, nor do we have the patrol to send them somewhere right now, but I believe we will pretty soon here. We've got a lot of imps in Ermor ready to go for the vampires, and then this province, which had gone up to like 80 just this turn, got all the way down to 34, so I think we're pretty stabilized. We're also bringing all the scattered imps from that one attack in. We've just got a few left, but yeah, we've got all these wolves and imps here for a solid amount of unrest reduction. And I guess we'll keep making imps, of course, and I think we'll have extra here. I'm thinking having 3 or 4 vampire lords recruiting and 1, or blood hunting, and 1 vampire lord making more vampire lords. The extra ones will come down to Helheim probably. But we should have extra imps to spare. We are getting a king. We'll probably get another one next year, and we're running very low on death gems. A mound king. But at the moment, we just don't have anywhere for these cones to go. I think maybe it was a little premature. But we'll find something for him to do. Now, what else? The big question is, again, yeah, I already talked about New Spring. If they fail, if they don't have a, we already talked about that. Oh, we have extra blood slaves here. What are these doing? Go to the lab. We have 42. Okay. So the question is, do we save if we get, so if we, I think we're averaging between now, I would say 12 and 18 blood slaves a province. 77 minus 42 is 35. We'd need to get a total of 35 blood slaves to get to another vampire next turn, which I think is feasible. This turn we got 42, and it should be even better with the lower unrest. So I think we'll save. We're still making a devil, and yeah, it's taking away 7 every turn to make this devil. So we could like subtract 7 from that. So maybe 28 blood slaves to get another, and we're also making a sanguine dowsing rod. So yeah, I think we're totally fine. I think we will not spend our blood slaves this turn and save up so that next turn we can get another vampire. We need to talk about pretender usage. I don't really know what to do with him right now. We'll come back to that. I forgot to put that on my list. Recruitment. So we got a fire melqart, which is actually currently our most useless one. Maybe good for leadership. We're moving him to the barren wasteland. One thing I'm wondering is we're gonna probably get a fair amount of diseases down here in the war, the front lines of the war. And we got this province which lets us get witches which have disease healer, which I might want. One thing I was wondering is I wanted to look at spells. I wanted to look at nature and earth spells. By school, is there anything that in that cross path is good? That's national. Catharonic lion. And let's I want to see cross paths. Iron pigs. Might be good to spam, but I don't really know. Yeah, I don't think this cross path is that crucial. So we'd just be recruiting them for the strength of Gaia, actually. Oh no, it's just for the caster. Is there like a... Oh, Manticores. I always wanted to get Manticores. You know what? We will get one of those. We will definitely add that to the list. Manticores are pretty good. They have fear, and they're a lot like the... here, I'll show you. Unit Manticore. They're a lot like a pretender. It's like a monster Dominion 2 expander god called a man-eater. And they have fear, resist poison. They have this flick barbs attack, which does a strong poison attack. 2 attacks, not bad. And with a death poison, like they're probably pretty good against thugs and stuff with the poison. Probably very good against a backline. And then just fear is good, and it's only 5 nature gems. which we have a lot of. We're spending a lot of them, so we don't have a lot to spare. But I think we aren't in the position to set up. We need a temple and a lab. How many slaves or how many population do we have here? 6,000. Maybe this should be our. You know what? This will be our new Cohen place. Our new Cohen farm here. Tapanate. And we'll get a lab and a temple, and we'll spam out witches. And they have supply bonus too, which will be good for our armies, which have a huge supply issue. And I'm sure there's some spell they can cast in battle. Get rid of diseases and summon Manticores while they're on their downtime. I like that. So, yeah. Okay, good. Very good. We're getting another melqart. We're praying to the gods that it's a earth melqart. Next, we have... The question is, do we have enough archers? We are at 82 archers here. It'd be kind of nice to just have a full stack of 100 archers. I put the fire drakes in here because I was wondering if I should bring these archers up for this invasion of Helheim. I sort of think it's unnecessary, and that I'd rather keep them here. So I think what we're going to do is take these drakes out. We'll keep the bodyguards. No, we'll take them out too. That way it's just simple, easily organized. So we need 18 more archers. And I think what we'll do, we're recruiting 2 here. And we could be getting 2 more here if we took away this. So we'll do that. Let's just make sure we got a full stack. So that's 5. We'll put it on repeat recruitment. And so he'll get there, get 2 more, come back. He'll just go back and forth. Actually, he'll get 4 more because there are 2 here already. So he'll get 4 more there. By the time he gets back, there'll be 6 more here, so 10. And then we just need 2 more. Then we'll have a full stack of archers, and hopefully they aren't a total flop. But then we'll be done with them. We'll be done recruiting them. I don't want more than 1 stack. Items. We are making a lot of items. We're going to make another vine shield because we sort of don't have enough vine shields. We actually had to alchemize a little bit to get a shade mail habergeon and a mound king for this unrest reduction here. I think we lost about 6 astral pearls for that. Not ideal. We are making... We're not making a skull mentor this turn because we're out. We need to get our... As soon as we get all our shade mail habergeons out, we'll go back to that. And we need... We have 2 on them. 1, 2, and we need 2 more. We need 2 more shade mail habergeons. So 1 this turn and then 1 next turn, and we'll be good. So we've got a few idols this turn that we have to figure out what to do with. One thing I figured out is that we can make a bloodstone. We don't need it right now. I thought that was construction 6, but we can definitely make a bloodstone with either a pretender or this guy. Bloodstone and Bloodthorn had me confused. Bloodthorn is level 6. Bloodstone is level 4. Bloodstone is for earth and Bloodthorn is for blood. So we need something for this guy to do. I think we're just going to make that some of this mind hunting stuff just to get it out there. You could be making trample boots or something. No, we want to save reinvigoration 3. I'm sort of wondering if we should give Boots of the Messenger to melqarts. Reinvigoration is really good on them. And then map move is also just great. Maybe he could do that. He doesn't have a... Let's take this off of him. Put that there. And then do we have another... No, we're missing a... Oh yeah, we have a Dwarven Hammer. We'll give him a Dwarven Hammer. Well, okay, so another topic is what boots do we put on all of our melqarts, actually. Actually, the Astral melqarts don't want Boots of the Messenger because they're just going to be teleporting. So I think they would be better suited with like chi boots or something. So let's just use our pretender to look at this. Forge a magic item because he has like all of the paths. Chi shoes give you an attack for 5 air gems. Very nice. Boots of the Behemoth give you trample, but I don't know if that is bad because I think trample makes you not attack normally. So I'd have to look into that. Boots of Giant Strength, more damage. I think that's a bit of overkill. Mountain Survival, Winter Move. There are a lot of mountains on this map that it would be nice to get through, but maybe on the Earth melqarts that would be good. Like, look at all these mountains here. If we could bypass that, that'd be good. And I don't think any of the enemies have mountain survival. Ranger's Boots, Reinvigoration 2, Stealth, not very useful. Boots of the Messenger, we already talked about. Reinvigoration 3 and Map Move 9. Pretty good. Earth Boots, no. That's just a booster. Wing Choose Flying. That could be really strong. And I don't know if it improves their map move or not. So I think and then Brimstone Boots, Fire Resistance, Strength, Waste Survival. We already have Waste Survival and Fire Resistance and a lot of Strength. So I think the candidates are Wing Shoes for flying, Chi Shoes for another attack. I think that's what we'll do on the Astral melqarts, although having flying on them would also be really strong because they could go in and then leave. I don't know. And then, so like, if we had Chi Shoes, they would have another attack so they could just kill things faster. If we have Wing Shoes, they can get in and out. So Chi Shoes is more offensive, Wing Shoes is more like cautious. I don't see why we can't have a mixture of both and figure out. And then I guess the only other, the other one was Boots of the Messenger for reinvigoration. And then Boots of the Behemoth. But I need to look into that. So let's X out Boots of the Behemoth for now, and we're choosing between Chi Shoes, Wing Shoes, Boots of the Messenger. Let's do boots. Let's do Chi Shoes with our god. You make Boots of the Messenger. We gotta be careful with our nature gems though. We get 13 per month. We should be okay. What else? And then, oh, that's it. Okay. What am I doing with that astral ball? Spell focus. Okay. So our god will just experiment with boots. We also are about to get construction 6, and so there might be more boots to think about, but we're just thinking about it. We'll see. What else? Yeah, I think we are pretty much there. We could move this. We're kind of exploring Mikone's territory. Yeah, okay. Let's just do that. I think in this video, I've sort of set some things up pretty well. We figured out a good province to go to for new blood hunting. I think we're good on getting another vampire next turn, which is what I think our pretender will do that because these vampires will be on the move. And yeah, and then I guess the one thing we didn't talk about is research. But if you watch the last episode, you know there isn't really much to say. We're 2 turns away from construction 6, and then probably another few turns away from Soul Slay and Gateway, which will be a good. We will be able our mind once we get that, we'll set up our mind hunt situation. We're already starting to. It's basically just making some spell penetration items. And then after that, enchantment 4 for flaming arrows, and we'll just get that out of the way immediately. Then we're climbing evocation for mind hunt, and then after that, it will be. Then we'll probably go for some alteration, and then maybe conjuration, but then of course our like ultimate research is like probably high blood. If our blood economy gets going, we might start casting. We might do astral corruption to reduce other people casting non-blood spells because there are no other blood powers in the game. We could get blood vortex out, and yeah, so that's it for this turn, I believe. I don't think there's any diplomacy that needs to be done. That's usually how we end it. I sent some messages out last turn, so next turn we should have more diplomacy to talk about. And other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I feel like I'm forgetting something though. This is the main. We're locking down the capital, taking this, then sieging the capital. We've got PD. Got PD. Okay, thank you for watching.